Welcome back to the Ratchet Ramblings podcast presented to you by the CSPN. I am one half of your host, Jeremy, aka Black Dante on Twitter, aka Confucius, aka I have not seen Black Panther yet, but I'm gonna see it soon, aka me myself personally, I don't care about spoilers, but don't be an ass and ruin it for other people who do care about spoilers, aka don't be wilding on Al Green's internet. And as usual, I am joined by my friend and my co-host.
Yes, it is I, London's mother, aka Candace, formerly known as Intense Desire. You can follow me on Twitter, but please don't be a weirdo in my mentions because I'm not in the mood. I will report you as spam and get your account suspended. Know me, know that, know it, and lock it in. Okay? Because I'm not in the mood. But I'm back. I was gone last week, and the other 33% filled in for me, our good friend Curtis over at the Gay Side Stories. And I just want to let you niggas know I waited to get on the show and say it, but y'all spent 2.5 hours goddamn clowning and dragging. And I just wanted to let you know that I couldn't be more proud of y'all and how y'all carried on, and knowing that I could trust Curtis in my place to deliver a good drag when I'm not here.
You dragged the fuck out of the bread.
Yeah, he dragged the brat in that strap to hell and back. I mean, ooh
Strap
wee,
Landy and sea bass.
strap landing. Oh my god, did I say that in the group chat?
Yes,
So
you are
before
a
we
terrible
go any
person.
further, we first of all, London is here, okay?
Yes.
But we are joined by one of my favorite guests. It's always a good time when she comes and talks reality ratchetness and bullshit with us and just shoots the shit. So one of my baby Lexi is here.
Hello, hello, hello. Greetings and salutations.
Our friend Lexi is back. Still out here getting fine on you hoes. Also out here.
Correct. I,
Um,
let me tell you, I know that Lexi is destined for greatness because her birthday is on Christmas. And and so I never met a Christmas baby that I didn't like. My mother in law's birthday is on Christmas, and she is too one of the sweetest people I know. I typically think people with holiday birthdays are typically pretty great. Even though Jeremy is like the Scrooge, he is a
wow.
Valentine's Day baby. A nigga who hate everything was born on the day of love.
I know.
First
How
of all,
ironic is that?
first of
Uh,
all,
hold on before you get to first of all in this shit and doing bullet points. I just want to wish you a very happy birthday. You are one of the greatest people that I know. One of the most honest people I know.
hmm
Um, you are a piece of shit, you
Oh,
know,
for sure.
and I cannot leave that out. But what you give us in ratchetness, you far exceed in kindness and love and humility and comedy. So happy belated birthday.
thank you,
I
my
hope you
nigga,
went and
thank
got yourself some 50% off candy from the
Speaking
nigga. No
of
meat.
that, I went to Target. You know, they only have 30% off. I was offended because I was like, excuse me.
Ooh,
First
you
of
hear my
all,
daughter? She talking about ooh, that's it.
I was like, it is definitely the day after what happened to 50 and 75% off. Like, come on now.
y'all
Yeah, I
fucking
went
up
to
the first
I
night.
went to Walgreens and I went to the local grocery store and they pretty much was all but throwing the shit at you. Like, usually the candy display be like towards the candy aisle. They had the shit by the entrance and the exit. Like, come get this shit, please. Please come buy this goddamn candy so we could put our Easter candy out.
Right.
Yeah,
Help a store out, please.
help a store out. And I did. I bought some all strawberry starbursts for
Oh,
75% off. And a
Like
bag
a real
of
one.
and a bag of the candy with like Twix, Snickers, and M&Ms and shit for 50% off.
Like a real nigga.
But I gave the M&Ms to white people because they was just plain M&Ms. And
you know what? Speaking of M&Ms, I went in this office building the other day, and they had candy in a bowl, which I was like, okay, that's cute. But then they had like M&Ms, like not in the pack, like literally in a bowl. And you could walk up and grab it. And I was like, not the way the flu is running rampant in these streets. Why do you all have this set up like this?
Y'all wild.
Baby. Oh, y'all wild.
I was like, what?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, literally like sitting in a bowl. And when I was on my way out, I saw like two white guys with their hands in there. And I was like, I know they ain't wash their hands.
Oh, no.
They love not washing their hands when they go to the bathroom.
Oh.
I was like, all I could think about was like all those germs that are being transferred like onto that candy. And I like just wanted to, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that got me dry heaving myself, honestly. I will not lie. I'm pretty utterly disgusted.
I don't know what it is, but it just seems like white people are just adverse to washing their goddamn hands.
White people are adverse to washing.
Period.
Well, yeah, that is true.
Hands, body. You see how many articles they come out with every year about how you can skip going like 5 days without taking a shower. What?
First of all, every time I see them articles, I'll be like, boy, fuck you.
Let me tell you, my best friend, her mom always says that I'm crazy. But even though that's true to a certain extent, we all are. White people are not that smart. Like, if you look at history, right? White people were dying by the millions during the Black Plague, right?
Yeah.
Why were they dying? Because they weren't washing their asses. And you know who had to teach them how to wash their asses to keep from dying? The Moors. So I'm like, y'all really was out here dying because you wasn't washing your asses. Then you went and killed off a whole race of people looking for spices that you don't use. And you always minding somebody else's business except for Connor, who lives in the house with you and be telling you to close the door to his room, you stupid cunt, and you allow it. But you see Traquan and his friends out, laughing, being black boys, having a good time. You want to police them, but you can't police the little bastard that's living in your house. I got a problem.
This is a read.
This is definitely a read.
Now check that.
Like, not to sidetrack too much, but earlier I was in CVS. I was picking me, some little stuff. And I was trying to get by, and I said, "Excuse me," to this lady who had like 10,000 bags. I was like, "Girl, did you not get the memo from Erykah Badu when she said pack light?" She had like 10,000 bags. So I'm trying to get by her. So I was like, "Oh, excuse me." So my bag ended up bumping like one of her like 15,000 bags. And she's like, "People are just always in the way." And I said, "Excuse you? What did you just say?"
Oh no, baby.
And then she started walking. She's like, people are just like, oh, and I was like, but what people? I was like, bitch, you got the right one today. I was like, because I will knock down all of your bags and watch you struggle some more. Don't play with me.
Correct.
Like,
was not in order to. You had time today.
I really did, because like I was in a good mood. I was like minding my business. I was like, oh, I have a bottle of wine waiting for me at the crib. I had to pick up a little special delivery, and then I'm like, bitch,
a little something.
You know what I'm saying? And then here she comes trying to ruin my mood. I'm like, bitch, don't do it, because you got the right one on the right day. Like, oh. But yeah, that's my little rant on how I can't stand white people. So
valid rant. Very valid.
I'm like, please.
My rant is not for white people, but it's for people who invite you to shit knowing that they just got over some type of sickness or been around somebody.
Oh my God.
Sick. I got invited to like some type of like similar to like Mary Kay type shit. First of all, I don't wear that. But that's fine. I typically will go and support because, whatever. It's getting out the house, some free snacks. But I know for a fact that your husband is dealing with the flu, and you want me to come to something where you have just been exposed to the flu.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
Nope.
It's a big no.
No.
It's a hell no.
It's a boy, fuck you.
Yes, and then you know what else just really gets under my skin? If you have to cough or sneeze, please do that shit in like your arm. Why are you not covering your mouth?
Why are you not?
You are dragging my coworkers right now because niggas
covering your goddamn mouth.
Oh my gosh! Like
it is disgusting.
Like some of my coworkers, both black and white, do that, and I just be like, "Who raised y'all?"
Animals.
Exactly. This white girl that I used to work with, I told her one time, she was like sneezing all over the place. And I was like, bitch, the proper way is to do that shit in your arm. You know, she has a nerve. Well, I didn't call her a bitch. I called her a heifer, actually, because we, was at work, so I had to keep it professional. I was like, heifer,
yeah,
you gotta do that shit in your arm. She was like, well, I don't want to get my sweater dirty. Bitch, I don't want your germs. I don't want to have to use up unnecessary sick time because you out here being nasty.
All right, you don't want to mess with your sweater, bitch. I don't want to get contaminated. Like, what are you saying? Like, are you okay? No, the fuck you not.
She was not. She was definitely not. Yeah, she definitely told me, like, she was like, oh, well, I don't always wash my hands when I go and pee.
What?
Yes, because she was like, sometimes you don't even really touch down there, if you're just peeing.
What? Wait a minute.
I was like, ooh. I seriously cannot relate. Like, literally cannot relate.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. You should have reported that bitch to HR.
I was like, what?
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shaking.
She's like, I really don't touch anything, so like I don't see why I need to wash my hands all the time.
Oh no, baby. Oh no.
Whoa.
And then she would be the main one, like trying to suggest a potluck at work. Bitch, I don't think so.
It's always them. It's always the
always Jay. Always like
white people make me so nervous. They so nasty.
They really are. And then it's like they're nasty, and then they have animals. And don't get me wrong, like I love dogs, and like cats are tolerable, but like they be letting little Rover get up there on the counter while they're cooking, like licking the spoon and then putting that spoon back in the mixing bowl to like mix up the food that they about to serve people. And I'm just like, it's a lot of cross contamination going on right now. And
like I'm telling you, the reason why I don't like potlucks is because white people let their cats be in the kitchen when they cook. Like I just,
let's say the baby.
Yeah, we don't even. Can you imagine eating some chicken that was cooked on the counter where somebody's cat was just sitting their ass, scooting their ass across the counter?
I would kill everybody.
Correct.
Yeah, like
and not think twice about it. Like
you gotta die. And so does everyone else who like co-sign this shit. So
like, all y'all got to catch these hands.
Literally, like everybody has to die. That's the only way.
Only logical explanation, really.
I mean, honestly, truly, like there's no other way to explain it. But that just like
we have been on such a tangent, and I'm proud of us. We are doing amazing.
We really are, but
I got one small little rant. As you know, we are proponents of niggas niggas against coworkers. If you have a coworker that just finds it necessary to divulge all their personal information to you and they daily lives that you don't care for and don't ask about, please report them to HR as harassment
Immediately,
because it's one of my damn coworkers, and this nigga. I was talking to Candace about this pregame before you got here, Lexi. It's my one coworker. The same coworker that said Trump ain't racist. So you take that. Till you take with that what you
what?
Will. Black man too. So again, you take with that what you will. But this nigga every goddamn day start some kind of damn gender war dating conversation because this nigga can't get over the fact that he been on again off again with his baby mama for 10 years and she don't want to be with him. Like, please seek help in therapy, but keep that away from me and my family because I'm gonna report your ass as harassment because I don't need to know this shit.
What?
Child,
I've never understood people like that. Like, first of all, just because we work together, my nigga, don't mean we friends. So keep all your business to your fucking self. Because one, I'm not Dr. Phil. Neither am I Ayana. I cannot help you fix your life. I'm trying to fix my own. Like, let's start there. But two, like, I seriously have never understood like why people feel the need to like share their business with you. Like, yo, we are just coworkers. Like, I don't need to know that you have a UTI or that you have a yeast infection this week because your boyfriend picked up the wrong condoms. Bitch, I don't care.
I am here for a check.
I do not care. I am here to collect my paycheck, and that is it. I had a coworker, she literally would tell me shit like that, and I would be sitting there like, bitch, I just asked you how was your fucking weekend. Like, I didn't need a rundown of you having to go to urgent care because you thought you had an STD, but come to find out it was a yeast infection. Wow. There goes my appetite for my breakfast that I just picked up before I got here.
Right. I went to McDonald's and got a McGriddle and everything. Like, you wow.
So very much. Thank you. Because
I'm trying to eat some Bojangles biscuits and you telling me why your baby mama don't return your text. Like, what are you saying?
Trying to enjoy my Caucasian cappuccino from Starbucks like the true Caucasian that I am. And I cannot enjoy it because you have simply ruined my day.
Like, I am trying to enjoy my Waffle House, and you are up here telling me about why you got rejected at the club this weekend, and I really don't know. Like, help me understand. Like, what is truth here? Like, what? Huh? What? What was it?
Like, I feel bad for you guys because I had a coworker overshare in a group chat, and it just like put the whole pause on the whole conversation. Like, niggas was talking about the government shutdown, and next thing you know, my one coworker was like, "Yeah, my wife's uncle that's a molester just died."
Whoa!
What?
Wait a minute.
Rewind that again.
Whoa!
In the middle of our work group chat, he goes, "Yeah, my wife's uncle that's a molester just died, and I don't want to go to the funeral."
Wow. Okay.
Wait, nah, I have to admit, I do appreciate the honesty.
And all of us are like, "Okay, all right. Well, everybody go back to work. Have a great day." Like,
hey, look, I understand that it was some shit y'all didn't even know, but at the same time, I appreciate the honesty.
I was just kind of like, okay, and then like,
but who was the like? Okay, so you guys have this group chat, work group chat, not just any type of group chat.
No, it's literally my coworkers, like literally.
Oh,
so who was the first person to respond to that message, and what did it?
Listen. Listen,
I need to know.
Listen, this the shit that's about to really cut you up. Nobody responded. The next day, he just started texting in the group chat again, like, yeah, so I guess you're not getting shut down.
Yo.
Hey, yo. Hey, he was like, so who likes Brazilian music?
Basically.
Listen, nobody responded to this shit. Everybody just like, okay.
Oh, hey, y'all all backed out like that damn Homer Simpson, Jill.
Correct. We absolutely did. Like, we wanted no parts of that shit.
Shit.
You know what? They were like that Homer Simpson gif meets the white guy blinking gif. Like
that. Listen,
what?
Perfect. Because I literally like looked at the thing and like started blinking. Like, okay, like what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this?
Oh man, we are off to a rousing start. Okay,
it made me very uncomfortable. Like, it was like, wow, I'm glad you don't support a child molesting uncle, but this is not work banter.
Right, this is not what we came here for. But speaking of what y'all came here for, because we went on such a tangent. You are listening to the Ratchet Ramblings podcast. You can go to our website, cspn.us, and click that podcast tab and click on us and listen to all of our episodes thus far. If you like anything that we have to say about these ratchet motherfuckers on TV, you can leave a rating on the website. You can leave a comment on the website. You can leave us a rating and a review, however you listen to your podcast through your podcast listening device. And a big way you can help us out is going to that Keep Our Podcast Free tab on the right side of our website and shop with all of our many sponsors. It's of no extra cost to you. It just gives our boss man and CEO Classic a portion of the brick to keep the lights on and all that hard-working podcast network CEO shit that he does, and keep all this shit free, so you won't have to pay to listen to me sound like Play the Ribs with Sweet Baby Ray sauce on it.
I would actually pay for somebody to sound like a Play the Ribs with Sweet Baby Rays on it, because you could put Sweet Baby Rays on a boot, and that boot probably will taste phenomenal.
That's true.
This is actual and factual.
Very true.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't find a lot. But yeah, so with that, the bills are paid. So yeah, so
well, while we got Lexi here, because again, like we've mentioned it before, if you don't follow Lexi, go follow her. Just don't be a weirdo.
Don't be a weirdo.
But Lexi is really funny, and she does one of the best impressions of Candy's mom ever. And as I was catching up on Real Housewives of Atlanta this week, Mama Joyce had a sit down with Portia, and they rewinded, like they flashed back to where she was talking to Phaedra. It was like, that man gonna blow you the fuck out. Like, and so I was like, we gotta get Lexi on the show. It's been a while. And so I just want to say that Portia is still being full of shit. Like, she almost deserves an Oscar for it.
Yeah, like, she really does. Yeah.
It is that good.
Yeah.
It is that good. Like, she...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, since we're him, we might as well get to Real Housewives since we're him.
Yeah. Since we here, she really is acting like she believed what Phaedra said about Candy.
Yeah, wholeheartedly though. Like, she's like, I was believing what my friend was telling me, who's an attorney. Like, attorneys aren't some of the biggest liars walking this earth. Girl,
First of all, your friend who's an attorney who don't even have a good track record of being
right. Let's start there. Y'all have got to read Bobby Brown's book.
And Angela Stanton.
Yes, and because there's a section in Bobby's book.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
He talks about Phaedra. He was like, every time she worked one of my cases, like I would end up in jail, or like she would lose the case.
Mm-hmm. And Angela Stanton. And Angela Bush, she said the same thing, and she said that Phaedra was running that damn scam where her and damn Apollo was
I believe it.
chicks. And so Phaedra not even a good damn. Not only is she not a good friend, she's not a good attorney. So first of all, Portia, that girl just have incredible issues. She is dumb as two left shoes.
Listen. I just
like I enjoy looking at it on my TV screen, but god damn, that girl dumb.
I don't like my intelligence being insulted, and that's what Portia does. But like, you ever know somebody that's real stupid but swear they smarter than everybody, and they make dumb statements like y'all playing checkers while I play chess, and they don't even know how to play chess for real, and it's just like, okay, so what is you even saying, ho?
Right, it's always somebody. It's always somebody that got a fake decode on Facebook or have that in their bio on Twitter.
Yeah, that's
make your haters your motivators.
Yeah, that's
Portia. But yeah, so like I thought that Mama Joyce was gonna go full Mama Joyce when she sat down with Portia, but
I did too.
She just was like, and Mama Joyce like that. I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of performing, I couldn't tell exactly how much hidden shade she was throwing at Portia, but Mama Joyce was just like, "Oh, Portia, you just so loyal, but you can't be loyal, but you got to be smart while you're being loyal." And I was like, "Mama Joyce, this baby, what is you? First of all, you know good. Goddamn, she's like, Candy don't know I'm here, and I know you wouldn't. I know you would never intentionally do anything to hurt Candy, but you got to sit down and talk with her and let her know." And I'm like, Mama Joyce, you know damn well,
sitting down with dumbass Portia. But why would Joyce talk like her mouth is wired shut? You see how she holds her mouth?
You do remind me of when Kanye got in that accident.
Yes.
All right.
Through the wires,
like Portia. Candy don't know that like that's how she be like, bro, like all of them, like even her sisters, yo, they talk like that. It's so wild to me, like a whole family of like wired mouths. It's so weird.
They all talk like they got peanut butter on their tongue.
Yeah,
they do.
They do. Go ahead, Kane.
It was just a lot watching Mama Joyce fall for the okie doke when she typically, like, Mama Joyce is annoying, but typically she sees through a lot of bullshit. So yeah. I was just sitting there like,
it's like she was one of the first. She was one of the first ones that saw the shit with Phaedra. So I'm like, she was. So I'm like, how you see through Phaedra, but you don't see through Portia? Like, first of all, it ain't even hard to not see through Portia. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I kind of felt like either two things. One, Mama Joyce just wanted to be on TV, or two, like you said, Ken, she just fell for the okie doke. But I'm like, how, Mama Joyce? Like, how you of all people, like, how you falling for this shit? You know good and damn well that Portia be on some bullshit, and Portia. I know we don't say this like this whole season, like a couple episodes ago, but like just listen, Candy has made it clear she never gonna fuck with you again. So like, why
you keep bothering that lady?
Right. Like, I don't, just let it go. Like, just learn to move. Like, if y'all in the same room or y'all on the trip or whatever, just don't speak to her. You know what I mean? Because you've already done enough damage. Like, let it go. Like, because you told a bold-faced ass lie to Baba Joyce, because you knew that was a lie, because you just tried to offer the pussy to Todd and Candy. So, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'll never forget that. As long as I watch reality TV, I will never fucking forget her lying like that. Like, I was like, okay, ciao. So
We did get a Mama Joy signing, but I was out, and then they kept showing flashbacks to Mama Joyce going ham, and I was just like, so what are you giving me, Mama Joyce? Like, why are you okay, like what are you talking about?
No
Well, you know,
offense, but I really said like when I was watching, like, "Ho, why is you here if you ain't here to do
yeah,
that?"
yeah, because she was like, Candace not vindictive because she could have sued, and I was like, you right, you right, because listen, Candace,
I still be suing the tracks out of Portia head.
listen, listen. Did she file something against Phaedra?
I don't think so.
Child, she better than me, cuz.
Hey, don't laugh. I know you mean that shit from your soul.
Know me. Know me. But I like I said, I think Mama Joyce just wanted to be on TV. It's been a while since she's been on the episode. She ain't been on the episode since her old lady gang was reading goddamn Candy and Tar for filth about them damn employees and stuff. So I feel like Mama Joyce just wanted to be on the episode. She was like Monk. She was like Andy. Let me be on this episode and talk to Portia about Phaedra.
That's how she be sounding. I swear her mouth is like wired shut, even though it's not. It's so weird.
She talk like she cleaning her teeth with a damn knife.
She talk like she using a spit cup. I just be like, what is you doing, Mama Joyce?
Yes. So yeah, okay. Speaking of people, speaking of dumb, Cynthia. Go ahead and get it out, Candace. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Cynthia Bailey, you are a 50-year-old teenager, and I am thoroughly fucking confused about how you carry your personal life based on every little fucking thing your friends say. Like that is some weird shit to me. Like,
you are damn near. You was old enough to march with MLK. And
you is old than a motherfucker, and every time somebody give you opinion on your man, you start switching your relationships around. That is so weird to me. Like, the dude, first of all, you had all this apprehension about getting serious with this man. Now you crying fucking buckets because you think he had a girlfriend before he got with you, even though he's single now. Like, why do you fucking care?
Right.
Like, now you want to take some space. How you take some space from a motherfucker you ain't even get a pussy to yet? Is you okay? Bitch, it wasn't no space to be had. Until y'all had sex, y'all really is just best friends. Like,
more or less, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. And like at first I thought it was just Kenya could influence her. Now it seems like damn near anybody can influence her, and I'm just like, Cynthia, baby, what? Like, you ain't she the oldest member of the cast or one of them?
Yes. She is the oldest.
You're the oldest on the cast, and yet you act like the youngest, and that's saying a lot because Portia is there, so that's saying a lot. But still, what? Hey, I couldn't even lie. Will was just like, I can't deal with this. This shit too stressful.
Like, yeah, Will was like, you need some space, all right.
Right, Will was like, I didn't sign up for this. You wildin'. Like, yeah, first
Will
of all,
like, okay, like, when you find like that, it's always other fishes in the sea.
Right, always. right. Cynthia acting like an ugly pick-me. Like, what you doing, baby? Like, you have you seen you?
You supposed to be dating, exploring your options, so it really shouldn't matter what y'all doing, especially if y'all not sexually active. It's really none of your business.
Exactly.
Right. This should be right. Like, that's the other thing. Like, Nick, like, you supposed to be. This is the year of Cynthia. You supposed to be doing you. Like, this should be a texting buddy. Like, what the fuck are you doing, girl? Are you okay?
It definitely should be like a send nudes buddy. Like, what's up?
Yeah, right.
I know Cynthia nudes fire, but she annoying.
This I
That's
agree.
really all I got for her.
And also I need
She's
her.
so annoying. Like she's unattractively annoying to me.
Yeah. And speaking of influence, she just first of all, why she chasing Peter if she divorced this man? That's what I really like.
Right, it's very odd. That whole situation is like, do you want him? Do you not want him? Like, what's the deal? What's going on here?
She was really freaking upset about Peter
Him not paying her any attention. What?
Not coming and ruining her date.
Right, you on a whole ass date with another nigga and mad that the nigga that you divorced don't want to come up and interrupt your date with the new nigga you got. Like, are you okay, Cynthia?
No.
Like, what?
No.
You divorced this man. You divorced this man, and fresh off divorce too. Do you honestly think he want to come up and see you with another man? Like, what? Huh? Then when they had to sit down, she was like, "Peter, if you see me out and don't speak to me, I'ma feel away."
Okay, well, guess who about to feel away? Guess who about to feel away?
Right. Right. I'm like, if you didn't feel away, then maybe not have divorced him. I mean, good the hell, like Curtis be saying, good the hell luck, everybody.
Yeah, that's really what that boils down to. I was.
Speaking of good luck, so Kim Zolciak really don't want to go nowhere without Croy. Like he a wishbone and a good luck charm, and I just want to know, is Kim okay?
Kim is not okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. And it's not gonna be for what the reason you think she don't want to go nowhere without Croy. Every time you appear on an episode of Housewives, you get a check. Every single time. That's how all reality TV basically works, unless you just a super super big star and you could just negotiate a contract for the season, like Nene might do or whatever. But for the most part, you get paid by episode appearances. So, and that also includes your spouse, your kids. Your kids appear on the show, they get a check. Your spouse appear on the show, they get a check. Your mama appear on the show, they get a check. So I understand why Kim wants Croy to appear in every episode she's in. They need the money. They got all them fucking new ass kids, and he's not in the NFL anymore. I get it. I see your hustle, Kim, but dead ass, you must be blind, crippled, and crazy if you thought you was gonna bring your husband on a girls' trip.
Right.
I was just like, okay. She's like, Croy can't come, so I'm not coming. Bitch, okay.
Right.
See you later.
Back.
See you later.
First of all, like she was dead ass upset. She was like, "Well, I just don't understand why Croy can't come. Why is it an issue?" Did you not hear girls trip?
You know what's really bothering me about this whole season is like, why the fuck did they feel the need to bring back trashy ass Kim Zolciak? Like,
because they
it's like affirmative action, of course. And once again, women, like none of the other franchises, Beverly Hills does not have a black woman on there. New York does not have a black woman on there. The OC does not have a black woman on there. When they had Dallas, they didn't have a black woman on there. So it's like, why is it that they feel the need to have
this white woman on this predominantly black show?
This predominantly black show, which is one of the, actually it is the highest rated of all the housewives. Like, why do they feel the need to have her on there? I feel like they're pandering to her, and it's like, why? And it's like, I don't like her face. I don't like the way she holds her mouth. I don't like like, look, bitch. Like, no, bitch, I'm not your bitch. And watch that fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like Kim. I don't like her as a person. I don't like how she dresses. I just don't like the bitch. And I wish they would get rid of her again. Shit.
That's how you really feel, Lex.
That's how I feel.
First of all, Kim looks like Marlon Wayans from White Chicks.
She really does. Her mouth looks like
her mouth looks disgusting.
an
Kim-
asshole that has like prolapsed like 10 times.
Correct.
That's what her mouth looks like.
Kim been wearing that same wig.
The
since
same, she
season
finally
1.
upgraded from that corn silk wig that she had the first 2 seasons or whatever.
Talking about the one that Andy dragged her for
And
on
she's
that
like,
on Watch What Happened Live.
and then she's like, no. He's like, well, did you have cancer? And she's like, no, but you know, it's like almost like it was. What? Bitch, either you had it or you didn't. It's not you like
Is
you
it Uchi Wale or one night?
right. Like what? And I'm like, oh my God, why is she here? Why? Why did they bring her back? She makes me mad. My blood just boils every time I see her.
Clearly.
On goddamn television. Like, fuck this bitch. I can't stand her. I'm about to go on petition.org and start a petition to get on the Real Housewives of Atlanta because I feel like being petty.
You are doing amazing, sweetie.
Listen, this was a drag where you just gotta sit back and let her drag.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no help. You don't need no assistance. You don't need nobody running the point for you. You got it. Like this was like a Steph Curry drag, like from half court shot.
Right.
Like a buzzer beater drag.
Right.
Kim, if you ever listen to this, I too think your mouth looks like a prolapsed asshole. I too think that you look dusty. I too think you look dirty. You old. You lie a lot. You play
a lot. Like
play
a
victim.
Lot. All the time.
You treat Kroy like an accessory.
That's because he is.
And you doing all that talking, but you only came back because you need a check.
That's it.
Do not let it fall. It has not fallen from us that you are only back because you are broke.
That's it. Say that again.
You only came back because
you
are broke.
Again.
You are broke, and you cannot compare yourself to Nene.
Thank you.
You can talk shit about Nene because Nene drags you for filth. You even talked about Kroy having butt implants. However, Nene is not broke. Not by a stretch of the imagination. And even when you don't think Nene is getting money, she's getting money. Nene owns businesses. She didn't spend all her riches on wigs. Lord knows they look terrible, so I hope she didn't.
Okay.
She opened up businesses. She got that pizza chain that's all in the airports and shit. She do her clothing line and shit with QVC and such and so forth and whatever else she got going. And even before that, Greg had Nene living a very nice lifestyle. So I honestly and truly think that you have to stop trying to compare yourself to Nene because you came back because you needed a check. Nene came back because everybody wanted her to come back. Like the ratings go down on seasons when Nene is not on the show.
Right.
Yeah, just like I think eventually it wouldn't surprise me if Phaedra popped back up because it's really been a kind of dry season without Phaedra kicking up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. As trash as she is, sometimes you just need them.
But some trash you could turn into compost.
There you go.
True.
There you go. She was the trash that got shit going.
Yeah, she was.
She was the trash that got shit going. And, you know, it's unfortunate that she got trash kicked up and it came at Candace's expense. But even Candace is still fine. It's just, you know, fucked up and hurtful what she did to Candace. But she was the shit starter that kept it going. And without
tell you, like, Phaedra is a necessary, someone like Phaedra and Phaedra, the Phaedras of reality TV, they are a necessary evil for successful reality TV because Phaedra is a catalyst to shit starting.
Right.
And she does it so effortlessly that you don't notice she started all this shit until it explodes, like the shit with Kandi. Like, that shit slowly but surely built. And at first it was like, ha, Phaedra's wilding. And then we saw Portia, dumb dingbat doofus ass, keep going with it, and it kept building steam. And next thing you know, everybody thinking Candy is a date raper.
Hmm.
Right.
And I'm not even trying to be funny. But if I was living a swinger lifestyle, I would definitely fuck Candy and Todd without having to be drugged to do it.
Right.
They both two attractive ass motherfuckers.
Correct.
Yep.
So it's like, hello, I don't need no date rape drugs for you two to choo choo. Like, I'll be waiting at the train station.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, I'm here. Like,
Mhm.
so it was really weird. So, like I said, the Phaedras of reality TV, they're necessary evil for reality TV. You need people like Phaedra, or else you get seasons like we're getting now, where only drama we've really seen is like some sporadic shit with Nene and Kenya losing her mind. Speaking of Kenya, before we go and get on to growing up hip hop,
I was gonna say it way because I wasn't gonna let us forget King. See, we here,
first
friend.
of
We
all, let me say this: a lot of women have fertility issues, and you go to any OB, any GYN, any doctor that specializes in fertility, they're gonna tell you the same thing. The older you get, the harder pregnancy becomes, both to conceive and to carry. It just is the nature of the beast, and with time and with age comes your body not doing the shit it used to be doing. So to see Kenya at age 46 talk about being pregnant or getting pregnant when just 4 years earlier, and Bravo is getting really good with pulling receipts on that ass.
mm-hmm.
At age 42, Kenya knew then that she wasn't producing eggs like a younger woman, and she still opted not to try and get pregnant. At nearly 50, Kenya is talking about having a baby.
And then talking about having a baby for her husband. Like my husband just wants kids, and my husband, I'm trying to give him a baby, and I'm like, girl, what do you want?
But like
Right.
Lexi told us, her husband has adult kids.
Yes. Yes. I'm about to, let me see. I'm about to Google this and send it to you guys because they definitely
I just
said that um he has adult children. Like he owns a restaurant, which I had no idea he owned that restaurant Soko in Brooklyn, which is actually really good. Um yeah, like he has grown ass kids. Like they're not babies. If I'm not mistaken, they're like in their, where's that article? I think they're like in their early 20s, mid 20s.
holy
So they're
shit.
not like they're
His
not
kids are his kids are kid bearing age. Like
yes.
they're about to start
Yes.
families.
Yes, you are so right. You're correct. Yes, they are. Like they could
Kenya,
start their own family.
please. And like I said, I'm not saying that it's not possible, but one thing that women have to do, we as women have to start thinking of ourselves and what we want and what's best for us and what will keep us healthy. And the truth of the matter is, Kenya being as old as she is, trying to have a baby right now would probably put so much strain on her body,
Yep.
especially if she's not producing, if she's not ovulating remotely normal enough to do it. That means like even her carrying a pregnancy will likely be difficult, because
Yeah.
most times when one part of the reproductive system is not working like it used to, the other parts are not either. So it's just kind of like you have to think about, do you really want to put yourself through that at nearly 50? Like a lot of women, not even being funny, a lot of women are in the beginning phases of menopause at 46, 47 and shit.
Hmm.
Like they're starting to have like premenopausal shit, like the hot flashes and the mood changes and the shit like that. And like my mom started going through premenopause when she was like in her late 40s, early 50s. and you talking about having a baby, and you don't even ovulate normally, girl. Just it's a lot of babies that can use homes now. Like if I could tell Kenya one thing, I think it would be to like adopt. Like adoption is one of the things that's on our list. Like, do we? Because I'm in my mid 30s and I'm not even in the zone yet where they be like, you might want to consider getting another pregnancy out the way. Like I still have like 2 to 3 years left, but it's like we've thought about like, do I really want to be nearly 40? Trying to be pregnant again, and maybe we could consider adoption or something. And like it's options to just putting that load on your body. The other part is I don't think you married.
Mm. Mm.
Now, see,
I don't
it
think
was,
you do.
it was. I mean, because y'all see, it was messed up when Kim said it because there wasn't none of Kim's business, and she did come out at you out of left field. But at the same time, we still don't believe you married.
I don't believe you married, and I'm gonna tell you why. One, it's like you do a lot of you bring up your husband a lot to like prove you got one. Like my
Right,
husband,
overcompensate.
I'm a married woman. I ain't got time for this. I've been married. I've been married going on 2 years now, and I still make time for a lot of dumb shit. Honestly and truly, I
Right.
make time for bullshit if I'm trying to get into it. So all this, I ain't got time for this. I'm married. You and your husband don't even live in the same state.
Right.
So you got a lot of free fucking time.
Hmm.
Also, second of all, you have consistently been one of the messiest
Sexiest
motherfuckers
bitches of all time.
since you
Oh my
came to
fuck
the show.
bitch. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, like,
Lexi was telling us that there was an article saying that like her husband was in like some pretty steep tax trouble, like 6 figures to the IRS tax trouble, and he paid it off in full 10 days before they got married.
so
Yep.
it sounds like some scammery is afoot.
Hmm.
I ain't about to pay no nigga
Oh
to
wait,
marry
no,
me.
I
Y'all
got the
crazy
number
for
wrong.
another.
It was $150,000. Either way,
That's still
still
a lot of fucking money
really.
to pay off in one lump sum. Hey, the IRS audit you if you try to pay off a car in full like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Kenya, baby, what is you doing? I'm gonna
What
need
is you
Kenya to
doing,
get it
Kenya?
together.
I'm gonna need you to straighten the fuck up and adopt a baby or get a puppy and just call it a day, baby.
All right, tighten up.
Tighten up.
And there's nothing wrong with adoption. Like there's so many
So many black
orphaned,
babies, black
unloved, like
kids
babies that need love. Like,
that need to be adopted and be in loving homes and such.
mm-hmm.
Baby, tighten up because them ovaries is Harlem shaking, honey. They is tired. They don't want to play
Listen,
no more.
help, help.
They don't want to play, and I don't even care for Kenya. But when it comes to a lot of people don't understand just how strenuous pregnancy is on women, and so I just don't want to see someone go through that, especially when they know that they're already having issues. Like even probably for Kenya to get pregnant, she would probably have to spend so much money to do IVF.
Mm-hmm.
It would be so expensive, and IVF is so expensive. I think we discussed it before when somebody else was talking about doing IVF. Oh, Remy and Pat, how
Mm-hmm.
there's no guarantee that one round of IVF will work. And we talking about IVF costing $15,000-$20,000 a pop.
Mm-hmm.
You just paid to get that man out of tax trouble. Now you
I
might
don't
want to
know. I
just
don't know. You might want to get your priorities together, Kenya.
you might just want to recoup that. You just might want to get your paper back up first.
Right. But
Ooh,
you know, good the hell luck,
what
everybody.
the hell? Look, but think of yourself first. Think of what you want and what you need to be
Right.
healthy. Because you know what good is the process of pregnancy if it might kill you in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think just about wraps up Real Housewives of Atlanta. So growing up hip hop Atlanta.
Let me tell you something that I was not prepared for with this show, and Bow Wow being on it. For a very long time, I loved that Bow Wow was a running joke on social media and how we scrutinized every goddamn thing he did. Growing up, Hip Hop Atlanta has showed that Bow Wow is growing up, and I'm a little perturbed. I want to keep clowning on Bow Wow, but the show makes it hard because he really spends a lot of time minding his business, and everybody else is bothering him.
Hmm.
I
Like
just,
a nigga named Shad Moss.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
just, the beginning of the season, we saw that JD stiffed him on some of the tour money. Then JD pressured him into moving to Atlanta to work on that album. So he moved back to Atlanta to work on the album. Though his daughter and his daughter's mom are in LA, this little gap tooth motherfucker JD, you know what he did, Lexi? He took his ass to LA to work on Usher album.
What?
After him and the
Mhm.
brat told Bow Wow that he needed to bring his ass to Atlanta and live while he did this album, JD up and moved out to LA to work on Usher's album.
Wow.
When you do the clownery,
I,
And
you
then
know
so
what?
then he gave him so in turn for him going to LA to work on Usher album, he set him up with the producer. I can't think of the dude's name, but he was one of the members of them Franchise Boys. And I
What?
will yep. So he's one of them Franchise Boys is a producer for So Def. He's really good at what he does. Don't get me wrong. Like the music that I've been like the snippets that Bow Wow been playing on the show, it's like it's like I like it. It's not bad at all. But now JD is mad because Bow Wow don't want him involved with his project at all. And he like, you supposed to be my son. You ain't coming that man, mama. That ain't your
Right.
son. And if he was like your son, you damn sure wouldn't be stiffing him on his paper.
Okay.
And so then Johnny Blaze, old crazy ass, is on growing up hip hop Atlanta because Deb has taken her under her wing.
Oh
Deb
my
Ackman.
God. No way.
Yep. And let me say this. Johnny Blaze can sing. She can play the piano. But that bitch is
crazy.
she's like a different level of crazy. Like she's like that crazy where like you really know they should be on psych meds because everything sets her off. Like, and Johnny doesn't want to admit it, but Johnny is the one that exposed Bow Wow when him and Erica Mena was engaged. That's why him and Erica Mena broke up because he was
Oh, it
fucking
was him.
around with Johnny Blaze. Yes, and she exposed it.
Mm.
So when she talking about you think I would expose you, Bow Wow, he like, huh, bitch? Yes, I do.
You done did it.
Hmm.
Yes, the fuck I do. Think you would expose me?
Right.
And
Well, actually, sis, you have before.
Right.
So,
so Bow Wow don't fuck with her no more. She like is blowing him up on Instagram and like texting him like, I just want to be friends. I love you. Sending heart emoji, heart
What?
eyes. Talk about what's up with me and you. Then she tell Dad, well, I just want to make an amends with Bow Wow and clear the air, but he won't return my DM where I told him I just want to talk and clear the air. And so Deb, being a peacemaker that she is, take Johnny over to the So Def studio.
and don't tell
And
Bow
Bow
Wow.
Wow like, you didn't tell me you was bringing her. Like, is this a setup or some shit? Like what do
Right.
you got going? And
Right.
Johnny gets furious and storms out and like has a shit fit. Then storm in and start breaking shit in the So Def studio. And JD Mama was there, and JD Mom was about to fight Johnny Blaze.
He was like,
JD
"Bring the
Mama
bitch
like,
back."
nah, bring the bitch back over here. She gonna pay for this? Cause I call the police on her right now.
Hey, she shows. He was like, "I'll call the police on that bitch."
Yeah. So it's
Like,
just like
you know, like
I love Deb Adney because she keep a check coming in.
Keep
She getting checks across the networks. But I just don't understand her desire to fix broken toys. And that's what Johnny is. Like she always compares it to like, well, I discovered Gucci and I helped Waka get on and I helped Nicki Minaj and this, that, and the third. But the thing is, these artists, Gucci, before Gucci was heavy on lean, even his crazy had limits. Like even he knew when to reel it in to get the check. This girl don't know when to reel it in to get the check. Nicki Minaj knows when to reel it in to get the check. Same thing with Waka. Nigga knows how to get a check. I'm not even being funny because Lord knows I love strippers, but she don't know how to do nothing but get on the pole. Anything after that, she just is crazy as fuck. And I'm just like,
right.
okay.
And I think we said it like the lane could be lit with like a stripper making strip bangers and stuff, but you don't know how to apply with the music.
Yep.
Yeah. Like you a stripper. Who better to have a strip club anthem than a fucking stripper?
But you gotta tone down that crazy, and she don't know how to do that.
And Bow Wow, this one I was like, Bow Wow making too much sense. Bow Wow told Deb, like, Johnny is talented, but who wants to work with her? Like, look how she acts.
Right. Do
like,
you know
she
how much?
came to the legendary So Def studio showing her fucking ass. She'll never even be able to get JD or anybody associated with JD to work with her now. Because you done showed your ass and disrespected his studio while his mama and them is here. Like, where's the, like, when do you use your common
have
sense?
some decorum, like, just some, not a whole lot.
And like, Lord knows, like I love Dale too, but like sometimes ain't no peace. Sometimes you just can't be a peacemaker. Sometimes it's just gonna be motherfuckers just ain't gonna get along, and that's just what it is, and that's what it be.
And it's like the thing is, Bow Wow wasn't bothering that girl. I don't have to return your DMs. I don't have to acknowledge them. I don't have to text you back. As long as I'm not disrespecting you and creating havoc where you concerned, I don't owe you shit.
Right. She was having a damn conversation by herself. That shit was so fucking funny.
Yeah, like she was literally just in his IG DMs, like just talking.
Right.
And
like
they
the greatest
like,
run-on sentence ever.
And then Bow Wow was so cool about it. He had the producers blur out the actual conversation, but you could just see that she had been texting, and he hadn't replied.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, just crazy.
It's crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. Like she just like the girl got talent, but she just can't let go of that crazy. She just can't. And that's how it be. Like it's be some of these people on these reality TV shows that have talent. They just can't let go of that crazy.
Yeah, but you can't afford to be crazy when you ain't on yet. So
that is also actual and factual.
It's like nobody wants to work with you. Like I could go work with a crazy bitch that I know that's gonna help bring hits to me. You're not one.
Right.
Like, Speaking of somebody, Deb had to go pull Johnny out the strip club. Like you talking about, you want to be a successful artist. You ain't in the studio. You on the pole.
Right.
What? But you got Deb Adney behind you who got hella connections, especially in the Atlanta music scene, which has had a chokehold on hip hop and music for some time now. And you not holed up in the studio making hits? Girl, you about crazy than a motherfucker.
Crazy as two left shoes. But speaking of somebody that don't have hits, and speaking of somebody related,
know how to hit people in the face with bottles.
Listen.
Yo.
I see what you did there. I wasn't even going there, but fuck it, since we're here. I mean, since you hit the mark, I
had to get that off my spirit.
And you know what? I want Deb to win, so she won't have to be taking advice from fucking the brat. Like,
First of all, let me just say this. I never thought I'd see the day when the brat is moonlighting as JD's house cat.
You know what?
Like the brat is so up JD's dick hole that I can only imagine that she sits in his living room and drinks milk out of a saucer.
like she thinks the earth revolves around Jermaine Dupri, and I'm just like,
This ain't 1994 anymore, so
this ain't the So Def remix. This ain't the Welcome to Atlanta remix.
I'm
Like, what?
her to get with the times.
What is you saying, Brad? Like, how dare you disrespect JD? What?
You mean this little Monchichi? Okay.
Lexi.
I knew a bitch that used to look exactly like a Monchichi.
So she basically looked like Jermaine Dupri.
Correct. And I memed her before memes was a thing. She blocked me on Facebook, but that's irrelevant to what I'm trying to articulate.
You are doing amazing, friend.
Thank you so much. Your support means everything to me.
Mirror kiss.
I'm not understanding, like, has JD had like some hits in like recently or something?
No.
Wait, say that again?
Has JD had any type of hits recently? Has he produced any albums?
No, the nigga look hit, but
right. No, not that I'm aware of.
No,
I
not.
don't understand the way the brat acts. Like JD is like Diddy. Like, can we get all the way real for a minute? We don't put the label on JD that he properly deserves for being what Diddy is and worse, because he still will not give Escape the rights to their music. If you watch that four-part little mini series Escape did, when they had to go and basically cuss JD out about
for the Lifetime movie,
the
right?
rights to their music for a tell-all movie that they weren't involved in.
Yeah, I do remember that. So
That's trash.
That is truly trash.
And we saw a lot of other artists not amount to shit that JD put his hands on. At least a lot of Puff's artists had at least one gold to platinum album before they kind of faded into obscurity. Right. But other than Bow Wow, who was JD's biggest artist, and then the brat falling right behind with that one maybe two hit albums. Whoever JD put his hands on, pretty much he fucked over in the end. Like, I honestly wonder, do the brat own the rights to her music?
Yeah, that is a good. You know, maybe that's why she goes so hard for him, because he owned her.
Yeah, maybe.
Perhaps.
I don't think he owns the right to Bow Wow's music, because when Bow Wow's mom was managing him, she was a pit bull in a skirt. Mm-hmm. I truly believe that's one of the reasons Bow Wow not as broke as he pretended to be. Because you remember when he pretended to be broke when he got put on child support?
Yeah, just like a nigga.
And he was telling the court, like, I only get I only make $30,000 a month. What?
Like, you lying ass nigga.
But yeah, JD is far worse than Diddy to me.
Yeah, you know what? I fucks with the theory. I see where you going with it, friend. Mm-hmm. I see. But yeah, I just
he looked like a piranha. He got piranha teeth. If you take them caps off, because he went and got some caps on his teeth.
Jermaine did?
Yeah, when Janet took him back, Yeah, he went and got his teeth
Oh,
fixed.
because I got tired of looking at them little bloody ass, gummy ass baby teeth. Oh,
Can you imagine like JD trying to
looking at
floss and
that,
him
like
having
looking up at you while receiving oral. No, I cannot.
no, not even oral, but can you imagine him trying to floss and having to go to like an outdoor store to buy some rope?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Because it wasn't a tooth in JD's mouth that didn't have space between them.
All right.
It was just like looking at prison bars.
It was just a lot.
It was a lot.
But
You know
speaking
when the
of,
tiles start falling off a bathroom wall,
all right. All
and
right.
Oh
so
my
all
God,
these
you're so right. That's what his mouth looked like. Oh my God.
All right.
Like, you
Okay.
know what? Also, like Tetris. You know, like when you
oh, ooh,
All
see your
right.
ooh,
thumbs,
like the
but
teeth
then it's
piece.
like, yes, yes.
All right. Okay. So, all right. Y'all, this podcast is out of control.
So Deb Atney has like this adopted son. Well, this air quotes adopted son named Brandon. And Brandon's claim to fame on the show is that he's a really good vocal coach. And initially, he was vocal coaching T.I. and Tiny's daughter, Zanique. And then he like treated her like shit at a photo shoot. Like showed up at her photo shoot and was like, "Why are you dressed like a hooker? Why are you dressed like a tramp? You look fucking terrible." Blah blah blah. Like, and I'm just like, dude, you are only her vocal coach.
Right. Like,
Why
what
are
are
you
you
even
doing?
here? So then Zanique opted to stop working with him because he was too goddamn aggressive. And mind you, I think Brandon is gay, but he never talks about his love life. But I definitely think he's gay. But he's
Mm.
like real big, like he's like EJ Johnson big prior to the weight loss surgery.
Oh my God, no way.
Am I lying, Jeremy?
No, you are not lying.
He's like
I'm
real
about to start
big and
watching this show right now.
yes,
He's
he's
one.
like real big and real aggressive,
He's one big bitch.
and he is a big bitch. That's a big bitch, like
Get your
Deuce
big fat tail.
Bigelow, Deuce Bigelow, big bitch, like big titties, big bitch, like
Right. He definitely wearing G cups.
definitely. He definitely
You
wears
know
a
what?
bra. Needs a sports bra.
Mm.
One of those compression bras.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And and he is so big and aggressive. Like, so can you like you've seen Tiny's daughter, right?
Yeah,
She's
yeah, yeah.
a cute little petite girl. Can you imagine somebody big like that being in your face, yelling at you, and they just your vocal coach? Hold the
No.
fuck up. Nigga, all
Mm-mm.
I'm trying to do is sing do re mi fa sol la ti do, and you is wilding out.
Right. And like he has this complex, like he's bigger than any other member of the show.
Lord,
Even Dale.
Who is
and
he?
his
He
name
like
is Brandon. Uh, can't
something.
even think his name.
Let me
His
see.
last
He's literally nobody. His claim to fame is literally that Deb Atney took him under her wing.
That's it.
He got into a huge argument with Lil Wayne's daughter, Reginae, because Reginae was at this photo shoot for Zanique when Brandon started berating her, and Zanique was like, "You don't have to talk to her like that. Like, why are you coming at her like that?" And he was like, "Who are you? Why are you even talking to me? Like, you need to go worry about your dad. And if your dad had to came to me, maybe I could have saved his career." Like,
What? Whose
Yeah, he wild.
man is this?
Then they showed a clip of an interview and he was like saying well Lil Wayne is a legend, but that's questionable and debatable to me. And I was like, okay.
like
What?
what we not gonna do is act like pre-lean Lil Wayne is not a hip hop legend.
Correct. That's what we not
Because
gonna
at
do.
one
Right. Like,
time,
what?
pre drug abuse, pre lean abuse, and pill popping Wayne could go bar for bar with a lot of the greats.
Correct.
Like, I remember at one point in time, Lil Wayne was in Jay-Z's top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Buying for best rapper alive.
this not what we about to do.
Right. You
Like,
gotta start. You gotta start watching this list.
Jay-Z don't do a lot of features. And let's not forget, at the height of his career, he was doing features with Lil Wayne on Lil Wayne's album.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr. Carter.
Hmm.
So yeah,
And
you gotta start watching this list.
and he killed Jay-Z on that song. So I'm
Mm.
not saying, I'm definitely saying he a legend, and we're not gonna even ever debate that. So I know that Brandon is not a force to ever be reckoned with musically, because he can't even get his legend straight.
Right. He can't even show proper respect.
And in this same interview, he start talking shit about Deb Atney. Like,
Mm.
well, who is Debbie? And I ain't gotta prove nothing to her, and she ain't nobody, and this, that, and the third. And it's like, first of all, you fat flunky. Um, the only reason you get jobs is because Deb is well connected in the music industry.
Right. And that she got a big heart, sometimes to a fault. Clearly fooling with your ass.
Right.
Clearly, I would have been like, like, if I was Deb, I would blacklist him. Like, as
Play
soon
with
as
me.
he mentioned his name, people would be like, you know what? Let me call you right back, and never call back. I block his number. Like, I would blacklist him. He would have to really get it out the mud, because I don't think he truly understands what it means to try to start a record label or have your name mean something in the business when you got to start from scratch. Not when
Mm-hmm.
you start off as the godson of Deb Atney
Right.
with them big
Uh,
ass titties. You better go on somewhere.
but you better get a damn sale from fucking Victoria's Secret or something.
No,
But
he
yeah.
can't. His back too wide. He can't fit them Victoria's
Oh
Secret.
no, he gotta go to Nordstrom and get measured.
He got hey,
Go to
Lexi,
Lady Grace.
Lexi, please.
I'm just
You gotta
saying.
get the wide back old lady bras that only come in 3 colors. They come in nude, black, and
And
white.
white. So only 3 colors.
The bras that hook close in the front, but it's literally like 14 hooks.
Yeah, but he is a weirdo and he wild and they're acting better than me. That's all I say.
That is all I would say, because his name would be shit in the industry, fucking
Mhm.
around with me like that.
Right. So we can Love and Hip Hop Miami. We can get that out the way and then we get up out of here. Where do you want to begin?
Well, I
Hey,
just want to say that I'm like definitely behind because I don't know. I just couldn't take I felt like they were running that storyline into the ground with Amira and Hollywood, and I just couldn't take
all
like
that in every episode.
yeah, and it's like I have to deal with enough ugliness in my day-to-day life when I go out in public. Like I don't want to have to turn on my TV and see like a milk dud that looks like it has fallen under the refrigerator.
Are we talking about Trick Daddy?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
stand up here and disrespect his beautiful wife. Like you are not all that. And I don't see anybody knocking down doors even before you got sick. Like who, unless they was out their mind, but who really wanted to be like, oh yeah, I want to fuck Trick Daddy? No one.
Let me tell you something. Trick Daddy
Yeah.
looked like if you leave a piece of bread in water and it just blowed up or some shit. Like when it's like if a biscuit sop up too much juice or
Mm,
whatever you eating and the shit just swell up.
yes. You know,
Trick Daddy
he also,
he looked like a dead body, honestly.
yes, he does. He also looks like Martin when he got beat up. Remember how he had
Oh,
all those?
Oh
yes,
no, baby.
yes
Oh
he
no.
do. When he got lumped up.
Yep. That's what Trick Daddy looks like. I can't stand him. He's another one. I don't like his face.
Yeah.
I don't like the outfits he be wearing.
I don't like anything about Trick Daddy, and this was before he got on the show, but the show just confirmed that he's as unlike. Yeah, you tell him, Pooh. He is as unlikable as I thought he was. He is ugly. He is misogynistic. He is color struck. He's abusive to women, and he hasn't died yet, honestly. And for that, I'm a little bit upset because his wife. So in this last episode, his wife, soon to be ex-wife, all but alluded to the fact that Trick Daddy was abusive. In an interview, she was like, "When I left 4 years ago, his temper was really, really bad, and this, that, and the third. Like 9 times out of 10, when that's how women dress up, they don't want to just come out and say he used to hit me and verbally abuse me. But whenever a man got a really, really bad temper, it's because he's taking it out on that woman."
Mm-hmm.
And so she all but said in the little confessional that he had a really, really bad quote unquote temper.
Right.
And that let me know all I needed to know.
Right. That was cold.
Yeah, that was cold. Coupled with how he acts every time they're in the same room together, I highly believe he's abusive in some form. And then to send that shit to the shop, like, you wanted this girl to make up her mind, make a decision. She said she wanted a divorce. Instead of leaving her the fuck alone and having that little funky ass I did, I'm done ass party, you gonna send some shit to her place of business? Like, come on. Typical abuser tactics.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like,
fuck him. That's how you were. You was like, fuck him. Because even before he got on the show, like, he had did some interview talking about black women, y'all better get it together because Spanish women and white women about to replace y'all.
Yeah, what? I remember that. I brought that up during the season premiere, and everybody was mad at me. That was like 2 or 3 years ago when he said that, and I was like, I don't give a fuck if he said it 20 years ago. He still mean that shit. So
if he dies, he dies. Fuck him.
Pretty much. Right. Yeah, talking about black women. Once these white women start learning how to fry chicken, y'all bitches gonna be useless. And like, nigga, Paula Deen been frying chicken, and black women still in style. What the fuck is you even talking about?
Exactly.
Because hello, let them know, Pooh. But I was like, that was so weird because. And then in her heyday, Paula Deen was fine in the motherfucker, and black women was still in style. Like, nobody gives a fuck but niggas who look like you, like,
right,
weirdos. I was like, oh, bye.
But I'll so speaking of mess, so Veronica, whatever the fuck her last name is, Vega. So Veronica Vega. So Queen Trina in this last episode.
I think we could demote her. She's about to get demoted from Queen because she backed down way too easy for me. Trina asks Veronica Vega why she feels like she can say nigga as a non-black person. And Veronica Vega goes on this rant talking about, I'm from the hood, I'm poor, I grew up this, that, and the third.
When they look at me, they see a nigga, so we all niggas.
No, ma'am. No, the fuck they don't. Let me tell you something.
No, ma'am, no spam.
White people do not look at non-black people and be like, look at that nigga. I'm going to tell you that right now. Even when white people look at, like, like Muslim people and Indians and Pakistani and people from those areas, they don't call them niggas, they call them terrorists. Even they don't get called niggas and niggers. Let me just say that. Do they get stereotyped? Yes. Are they called niggas and niggers? No. Same thing with Hispanic people and Spanish people and people from Mexico and shit like that. If they don't look black, they are not being called niggas. I can guarantee it. You might be called some other racial slur, but you are not being called a nigga. So no, when they look at you, they don't see a nigga at all, because you don't look black at all. If Veronica Vega doesn't open her mouth, she looks white.
Right.
She doesn't even look Spanish.
She doesn't. Like, she doesn't. You just reminded me of something, how she said that she could use the N-word because she grew up in the hood. I remember, like, this girl telling me that she let this white girl and this other girl that she knows say the word nigga because they grew up in the hood and they were holding people down. And I was like, what that got to do with the time or the day? Like, she was like, well, it's different. Like, you wouldn't understand because you didn't grow up where we grew up at. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
So you think you can give little Susie over here a pass to say nigga because she grew up in the hood? Okay. Clearly I missed something.
I've had to, like, my husband is originally from New York, and he was like, you know, the Hispanics, the Mexicans, the Spanish people, they use the word freely because they're always around each other. And I was like so dumbfounded because I'm from the Midwest, and that is just not a word you will hear non-black people using in black people's faces.
Oh my God, girl. Like, in certain areas in New York and especially in LA, like, they love using it. Like, I remember going to a party in LA one time and I was like, I'm like, is this normal? Because this shit ain't, is like,
this shit not cool. I'm about to fight every motherfucking
like, dead ass. Like, I'm like, who want what, when, and where? Like,
yeah, like I hate that people have gotten to the point where they're giving passes for it, because I don't have passes to give for that word.
Listen,
like, if I'm not in a work environment, I'm probably going to fight you. If I'm at work, I'm reporting you to HR. Like, you about to get fired.
Fact. Like,
I'm
not even
fired,
doing
or
this.
you about to get fault. That's one of the two F's. I'm about to fight you or get you fired. That's it. That's all I have for you. Like, the shit that is a lot. And yes, and again, Veronica Vega, she's white passing. So I really didn't understand her whole spit and her whole shtick about, well, when they see me, they see a nigga. So I just used nah. It's a no.
Like, girl, where? Just say you want out. It would have been a lot better if she would just said I used it because I wanted to, instead of giving that bullshit answer.
Right. Like, walking your truth, beloved. Like,
yeah, but so so well, I guess me and Candace was talking about this when the episode aired, and then in our group chat. I have conflicting feels about Amara working with Young Hollywood.
Yeah, so Lexi hasn't been watching. So Young Hollywood apologized to Amara finally.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And it was
apologized.
genuine. We gotta be in
It
the
was
spirit of
really,
fairness. It did seem genuine.
it
Oh,
seemed genuine.
okay. All
And
right.
after that, he
It
was
took him
like,
5 episodes, but yeah.
yeah, he apologized. Next episode, they are working together,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, I think it was
so
like he what it was he got a gig or something for her and she accepted it or something like that.
yeah, and then he took her like on a radio show, and they like broke one of her songs or whatever, and
Yeah.
yada yada yada. And so a lot of people on Twitter seem conflicted about it. I feel I am conflicted about it because I don't. What?
London turned up. She
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, but so she.
Mm-hmm.
I understand taking opportunity when it knocks at your door. I'm not in the music industry, so I don't understand necessarily swallowing my pride for the opportunity. And I guess I feel like that because I feel like she cried so fucking much the first half of the season that there's no way she should have been that willing to work with Young Hollywood.
Right.
Like it's kind of like, okay, hey, yes, thank you for apologizing. I appreciate that, but it's still fuck you because your thought process, your ideas on women that look like me has not changed that
Yeah.
severely in 5 episodes.
Right. They don't
And
change overnight.
they don't change overnight, and you might be apologizing to me for the cameras and offering me these opportunities because the cameras are here, but how are you treating women that look like me when the camera's not rolling?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Then
it's
you know
kind of like we say the
Curtis had
same.
Curtis has put a you remember Curtis had put that I guess it was like when they had stopped filming or whatever, and like he put that video in the group chat and he and Young Hollywood was talking about it and like he more or
Oh
less
yeah, yes. This was after a film when he was on IG Live cracking jokes about calling her a Nutella Queen, talking about that was a good one.
that was yeah that's the not that one that was like the first one. I'm talking about that other one he showed us where he was doing a radio interview and like he was saying like it was I don't a misunderstanding or something. He basically was saying a whole bunch of nothing and going every evening when over like it was basically a bunch of dribble essentially.
Oh no, I don't remember that one. I'm glad I don't. If you weren't
Yeah.
really saying
Yeah, I
nothing.
don't think he was in there that day. You might have missed it, but yeah, it was more or less like he said he was wrong, but like then like gave like went all around the world. Like he said he was wrong, but then went all around the world and basically erased what he just said.
Mm.
So, I don't know, but I agree. I also agree that it conflicts me because on the one hand, it's like you said, I'm not in the industry. Like I don't know, like you know, if opportunity knocks, like if you got to take it, or whatever. And then especially like with what she's saying, like how
She
difficult it
broke.
is.
She broke and shit. But I guess
Yeah,
the part that makes me feel like it was kind of a. I called her kind of an opportunist the other day, but I don't know if that's the right word. I feel like she played the situation up far more than what it was to get sympathy. And that's
mm.
kind of slightly the definition of being an opportunist is like playing up a social issue to get people on your side and then kind of abandoning it when you get what you need from the situation. And
I,
I'm not saying she kind of did that. I mean,
I was going to say you more or less saying it. You just trying to be
kind of
kind.
she kind of did that. Well, one, if we were to be completely honest, Young Hollywood never said she needed to make over her image to be a lighter woman. He said she needed to change her image and change her hair to give her a more pop appeal. So when she threw in the whole he doing this because I'm dark skinned with an afro, I kind of knew then what it was about to start hitting for. Though he never mentioned her skin tone, he called her a Nutella queen.
I was about to say now. He
did call her a Nutella queen, but it was kind of like I knew what she was about to do, and then she spent the next 5 episodes crying about the shit and boo-hooing and doing photo shoots and wigs and
like I saw a little bit of that, and I was like, why is she having this photo shoot? Like, what is she trying to prove?
I will say this.
You know how where initially you don't believe something, but then when it's broken down to the lowest common denominator, you start being like, damn, you could have a point. That's kind of where you sitting at, ain't it?
I'll say this. I think where it got to be annoying for me is where it seemed like she was trying to prove herself to people that shown her that they don't give a fuck about her. Like Young Hollywood, shit, even Veronica and that other girl who I can't remember her damn name. Like, we've been saying that for like the past 3 weeks now. Like, when somebody show you who they are, like, believe them. Like, you doing all this to like prove yourself to people that you saying that don't give a fuck about you. Then, like, if Young Hollywood, well, ain't no if, because the nigga do have trash mindsets. Like, okay, that nigga got a trash mindset of women that look like you. Fuck that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Like, he for sure. I don't want to say if he's racist, but he definitely is prejudiced.
Yeah.
And that was like my whole thing with her. Like, when we talk about people who are racist and people who are prejudiced against certain groups of people, marginalized groups, we have said before that they don't deserve the forgiveness that people tend to give them.
Yeah.
And so for her to turn around and be like, oh, thank you so much. Yep, I'm about to take everything you hand me, even though you still probably gonna get off this shit and treat women that look like me like shit. And I was just kind of like, especially to know that she had a record deal. She got offered a record deal before this show, even before the season even premiered. So it was
it was like after what, the first episode we found out she got offered some?
Yeah, so that means that record deal was in the works before it aired. And she probably just held it until it premiered. And so it was kind of like, did you really need to take anything he had to offer you when opportunity was knocking at your door regardless?
Right.
So I think that's kind of where I got conflicted about it. But on the other hand, like, I understand doing what you gotta do to try to get some money in your pocket, but I don't know if I necessarily would have did it, honestly. And
I agree. Like right, like the whole time when I saw that, when I saw that she was in there with Hollywood, I was like, and I think because I think I live tweeted Monday from the show page. I was like, yes, London, yes.
And it was
it just looks weird. I will say that it looks weird, and like I get it. Like I understand.
I say the biggest thing for me was all them fucking crocodile tears.
Right, like
that made it a thing. Like, she cried so much that you would literally think this was a make or break her situation. And like I said, as soon as the nigga was like, "Hey, come to the radio station with me," it was like she like a kid sucked up her snot. Was like, okay. And, like, ran off into the sunset. I was like, you could have just told him "fuck you" the first time and kept it pushing. Like, you have to do all these theatrics, especially just to turn around and work with him and take any handout he had for you. It was different, and so that was my thing.
It looks funny in the light. Like, I'm not denying that,
Yeah,
like she annoying. Like, I mean, it got to a point where I was like it got annoying to me that she kept trying to prove herself to people. Like I said, that's shown that they didn't give a fuck about her. Like, fuck them niggas.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would not be bending over backwards and going out of my way to prove myself to somebody who doesn't have the range. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you got a few. Young Hollywood got a few connections in Miami, but
that's
I
it.
never heard shit he had a hand in. So again, I didn't see no reason for her to break her neck to do or take anything from him when a bigger opportunity was already at her door.
Right. And especially a nigga that, again, it took the nigga 4 episodes to genuinely apologize in the first damn place. So again, like, why would you even like what? Like, it just it looks weird, Amara. It looks weird.
Yeah, it looks
Very,
strange.
very.
That's more or less why I am with it. It looks weird, Amara. It looks weird.
Let me tell y'all something that I got to get off my chest real bad.
Uh-oh.
Amara is probably the prettiest woman on that show. And I want to say that Miami got one of the uglier casts. Like,
Yeah,
if
they do.
you take
Yeah.
Amara, the Veronica chick is decent looking, even though I don't care for her. Them three chicks, the Haitian girl, Veronica, and Amara. The rest of them women is fucking ugly, man. And the niggas too.
Yeah, they are.
Like, first of all, I'm so sick of Shay and them Lego wigs.
If she don't let that shit go,
Child, we need to let her go.
How was your wigs good on Flavor of Love and you done made it to Love and Hip Hop in 2018
Yo,
and you look like a character in a Lego movie?
somebody tweeted that. Yo, like her wigs were much better on Flavor of Love.
Your wigs was
How?
better when you was French kissing Flavor Flav in the mouth. Your life
Like
is truly
what?
shit, my love. Beloved, you need to go talk to somebody.
Get
yo,
You
in front
need
of
to
some
get you
people.
some help.
her wigs stay doing the most. I'm like, what's the budget looking like for y'all to be out here every week?
Get in front of some people.
And Shay is a weirdo. Like, how are you trying to dictate who Scrappy can work with and who he could be cool with? And that man proposed to his baby mama while you was backstage at a reunion show.
Right.
What is the matter with you?
She don't
Yes,
know. The
everything.
Listen,
wigs
let me
too
tell you
tight.
something. Little Scrappy couldn't breathe in my direction if I was Shay.
Hmm.
Yeah, speaking of strange, I thought the fact that she even gave this nigga the time of day, like, what?
I'm like,
That
so
just
First
made
of
no sense.
you
all,
like getting played by ugly niggas.
Little Scrappy got fat like he stopped smoking cigarettes. You know when people stop smoking cigarettes and they start getting fat because all they do is snack now?
So what?
Little Scrappy look like he be chewing nicotine gum and eating French fries.
Okay.
Candace.
Huh?
Okay.
All
All right.
right.
All right.
And that kitty bitch and her daughter or the mama, whoever, those bitches look. Remember that lady who had all those surgeries to look like a cat or some shit like
Candies.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they
Yeah.
look like that?
They
Them bitches
yeah.
got a lot of cheek fillers.
They look weird as fuck.
They do. One thing Shay said that was true is them bitches look like some botched experiments.
She didn't lie. She didn't lie. They look very strange, especially the mama. Like, like the mama look like, like on the purge where they had those masks.
Okay, Jeremy, but I'm the
All right.
one that's out of order.
Like,
All right. 2-4. Okay. All right. I ain't lied though.
First of all, why is you at strip clubs with your moms? That was
Talking
very
about tomorrow.
Amara and with this kitty lady. Like, why is you in the booty club with your moms? Listen, look, guys. Hey, everybody, listen. If the only time me and my mom could drink together is if I'm visiting and we in the living room drinking some old bitch wine, some Arbor Mist or whatever. But hey, listen, no, I'm not going to the strip club with my mom.
Right.
Period.
I thought that
no.
was BV weird. BV weird.
Hey, I wish Mike was here to imitate gunplay. I get the boxing with my demons. Like,
Yo, what is wrong with that nigga?
he on
He
coke.
just
That's
looks
what's wrong
so
with him.
dirty, like all the time. Like,
he is never gonna get his life together till he cut that one big ass stinky dookie dread off his goddamn head. It
You
just
know
looked
what?
like one long shit.
Yo, you know what it looked like? You remember that damn wig that Dave Chappelle had on Nutty Professor?
you
Hey,
know
go
what?
away.
Too far? Okay, cool. All right.
That nigga said I get the box and whip my demons. Like what? Go sit your dumb ass down somewhere. Like leave
Yo,
us alone.
yo, why did he say it like he was reading his cue card with his finger?
Because he
He
probably
was.
was.
He was. You know good and goddamn well he can't read beyond the third grade reading level. That nigga has snorted his literacy away. I was like, oh shit. But I you know I
Exactly.
I don't have no energy for cokeheads. I really don't. You came back to Miami to start snorting coke again. You could have stayed where the fuck you was at.
Right. No, I think that was like. Didn't Kiara say that she was like, you could have stayed in Atlanta? Well, I could have stayed in Atlanta for this.
Her and that big old dump truck booty got to go back to the A.
Right. She's like, I can no longer, I just cannot anymore.
What else happened on Miami?
It was kind of dry this week.
It's kind of dry. Trick Daddy and that goddamn divorce party. Oh yeah, when his wife served him with her lawyer fees papers, and he got mad, got in his feelings.
Bravo, Joy. Bravo.
Yeah, Joy, that was a classy move.
Yes.
She came to the divorce party and hit him with the lawyer fees.
Theater.
Trick Daddy is really.
That's my type of. That's my type of carrying on.
I wish Trick Daddy nothing but the worst in life.
Nothing but the absolute worst.
Oh, you know what pissed me off? Trick Daddy told, what's the old bitch name from Atlanta that was working with Stevie J and Jocelyn?
KK?
No, the one that's like the realtor. They said she was a scammer.
Oh my god, I know exactly who you're talking about. Isn't it oh, god damn, what's her name?
The older lady.
I know who you're talking about too.
Yes. She's
I
from Miami. Apparently that's Trick Daddy's manager.
Okay.
It has been forever, but Trick Daddy told her that Joy left him when she found out he had lupus. And Joy was like, okay, what we not finna do is lie on me, because we found out Trick Daddy had lupus damn near 10 years before he came out and talked about having fucking lupus. And I was like, oh, she was like, when he was diagnosed, and over time, he just started getting progressively more mean. His temper got progressively worse, and I left. So yeah, he started abusing her real bad once he got sick.
He just looked like the type of nigga that'll use an illness to be a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
well, he built like one now.
Well,
the irony.
When you do the clownery.
Yo.
Yeah. So I was just like, So then that old bitch from Atlanta that worked for Stevie J and Jocelyn and Shay went to go fight the kitty bitch and her daughter in the parking lot like the Michael Jackson Bad video.
You ain't bad. You ain't nothing.
Jeremy.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It was like all these old hoes is finna fight. Shit is about to get real hip breakish.
About to be a bunch of white diamonds just spread everywhere.
It's about to be a lot of walkers flying. Chains everywhere. I think. I know your mommy is so funny, ain't she? Good word.
I think I think that's it. I can't think of nothing.
Yeah, I can't think of shit else. But what I can say is, you motherfuckers on. This is about. I have a rant. So yesterday on Twitter, I tweeted that I find myself being unusually quiet because I don't have a lot to complain about, and that I'm just learning to sit quietly in my happiness. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Some chick came in my mentions and was like, "You a stupid bitch. You a dumb bitch. You a pathetic bitch. You a loser bitch." And I was like, "Whoa."
Like, whoa, bitch.
Right.
What's up?
So I went to her timeline and I looked, and like it was mad tweets dedicated to me, and I was like, "Excuse me, do I know you or something? Like, did you have another name or some shit? Like, because I really don't understand what all of this is about in my mentions." And she was like, "It's my opinion of you, and I can have my opinion of you." I was like, "You sure can, but have it outside my mentions." And so, like, she was one of those astrology, love is light, pay me for a free reading ass women. And then she was like, I was like, there's like, I have no idea why you getting this disrespectful. And she was like, well, when you got disrespectful in my mentions all that time ago, you ain't say nothing. So I was like, okay. One thing that's underestimated on Twitter for iPhone is the search feature. So I
Yeah.
put in her screen name, I put in my old screen name. No tweets came up. I put in her name, I put in my new at name. No tweets came up. I put in her name and I put in even some variation of my name, like that intense desire bitch, or no tweets came up. So this woman did all of this and I've never interacted with her.
Again, when you do the clownery,
Like, my good friend, my very best friend, my twin. Shouts out to Kiki Boom Boom, who has a new show on BET coming out called Death Row Chronicles. But anyways,
hey,
Yes,
as she
plug it.
always says, people just be regular. Just be you. Like, don't
don't be weird
get
on
on
Al Green's
social
internet.
media and act like you this bad person, because guess what? I'm the type of bitch I will pull up. So, like, people really get on Al Gore's internet and just act a complete and total fool and then think that you're supposed to be okay with it. No, because guess what? Once I log off of this app or shut my computer down, guess what? I'm still the same regular schmegular badass bitch Alexis that I am online. So I just don't get it. Like, every day. And that's why I feel so bad for people who are like highly visible and have like large followings, because people really posted in your mentions like, okay, but I don't agree with that. Okay, but I don't give a fuck. So what you want me to do with it? Pretend that I care? Because I don't. Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, and she did all of that and you never interacted with her. Like,
Never interacted with her.
what is wrong with people? Like,
Never. Like, I was like, am I wilding? Because if something came back in the search and it was me being rude to her, me saying something nasty to her, me cussing her out, I was going to apologize. Like, hey,
right.
I searched and I saw that we did have a negative interaction and I started it, and I just want to apologize to you. I don't know where my head was at the time, but you didn't deserve that. And so I'm sorry for coming at you crazy whenever this time goes. But nothing. So
People
I
weird,
was
man.
They
like,
really are.
don't, like, listen, don't bother me because I don't bother nobody on this new account. Like, I deleted my I deleted my old account for a reason, and it was because I really got tired of people making this big deal about like, oh, y'all bitches with all these followers think y'all ABCD and y'all live on this shit because you got a lot of followers. It was like, okay, I don't have a lot of followers now. Can I tweet in peace? And the answer is no. Clearly. Like, clearly the fucking answer is no. Because I really don't do shit, but really just talk about my kid and reality TV. That's literally all we pretty much talk about. That's literally all I talk about is what goes on in pop culture now. And crack some jokes here and there. I really don't be doing shit now. I don't even be on during the day a lot no more. So it was like seriously, if you thinking about being a weirdo or cussing me out, please attach screenshots so I can know why you doing it. Like at least let me know where the animosity has come from. Don't have me searching and I ain't never said a word to you, nor you to me. Like I don't want to be bothered with that kind of madness.
Keep that away from me and my family.
I'm saying, like, just be regular. Be you.
Be regular.
Yeah, be
you know
you.
what?
Like,
you know what? That's gonna be the episode title. Be regular.
Yeah, be regular.
Be you. Like Snoop Dogg said, nobody can be you but you.
I saw a string of tweets before we get out of here from his ad is Smooth Orator, and he was pretty much saying that like people, when you are highly visible on Twitter, anything you post that's not misery, people tend to take offense to. If you post pictures while you're on vacation, if you post your significant other, if you post the flowers you got for Valentine's Day, if people think you living too good on Twitter when you highly visible, they are going to find a reason to be upset with you. But listen, you don't have to do that because even that person you think is living their best life has bad days. And some shit don't go that way. Or they might get in an argument with their significant other. Or their kid might be getting on their damn nerves. But all they bad moments is not for social media. So because you don't see them, you think they don't exist. But trust that as long as people are breathing, they are everyday people like you who go through everyday things. There is no reason to be weird to people you never met and probably will never meet on the internet because you think they too happy. Like, again, be regular. Jesus.
That's it. That's it.
Yep. And so we're going to wrap up this episode because we've been running a little long and I don't want to hear classic mouth. So thank you to our friend Lexi for.
Thank you, Lexi. And if you happen to catch up on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta, let us know so that we can
I definitely will.
And just to let you know, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta starts back March the 19th.
What?
Yes.
Atlanta's back March the 19th. And Mayor's Boot Camp with the families is coming back, and Jim Jones and his mom and Chrissy gonna be on there.
Oh my God. Okay, so I saw like a commercial for that the other day and I was like, what? Like,
and the crazy bitch from Mob Wives is gonna be on there. Renee.
Shut the front door. No way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
London's like, yeah, girl, you know.
Yep. So when you get caught up, let us know. So
I definitely will, because my God.
So you can give us your hot takes on the cast of Growing Up Atlanta. And then tell us the name of that podcast again for any of our listeners who are interested.
Oh yes. Check out Atlanta Monster, which is really, really good. Like, I could not stop listening to it today. And then also my twin, aka my best friend, my sister, Kiki Boom Boom, she's also on Twitter. She's a producer in LA and she worked on a new show coming out BET, I want to say next Tuesday, I believe. It's called the Death Row Chronicles. So it kind of digs a little deeper into like the history of Death Row and like the rappers and all this other stuff. And she was telling me she got a chance to interview the DOC, and she was like, "Girl, he was fine as fuck." And I was like,
Yeah. Make sure you remind myself or Jeremy, because
I definitely will.
Tweet it from the show page, and I'll tweet it because I'm fascinated with hip hop culture, especially like pre mumble rap culture.
Yes.
And it's always interesting to see. I watched bits and pieces of that Tupac movie, and just the way they showed Suge acting in that movie, I was kind of appalled. Like, I was like, okay. So I'm really interested to see what new light they'll shed on Death Row, because Death Row was a really big power player and at that time. So yeah, I'm really intrigued. And so congratulations to your twin on that.
Yes, I am so proud of her. She's so dope. Like, most of my friends are like super duper dope. Like, she has her show that she's doing on BET. My other good friend, she sang backup for Logic at the Grammys. Like, all my girls are bad. Shout out to them.
Yes.
Shout out to my dope friends.
Plug your friends.
We're doing dope things. My tribe is like, they're so, and I call them my tribe because like I'm an only child. So it's like, they're literally like the sisters my parents didn't give me. So, and my mom like loves like all of my friends. So like, if you're in my mom's good graces, then like, you're legit. Because my mom doesn't like too many people. She'll like tell you straight up, like, okay, I don't like you, so you can get away from me now. Like,
been there.
So
yes, as an only child, been there. So good to have good friends who are
like those are my babies. So shout out to my friends because they're amazing and I love them.
Yes, and I'm going to give a shout out to the birthday boy who is
shout out to
live it up this weekend. He's going to a 90s party. He is also going to see Black Panther this weekend. Are you off Monday?
Ethnic right now.
Are you off Monday?
No.
Oh, well, still got a lot of good shit going on, and I'm gonna give a shout out to my husband because I know he will hear this when he listens because he listens faithfully. And thank you for not being a fuck nigga.
Yeah.
That means everything to me. And even though you eat my Talenti, just
the Target has it on sale this week. I think 2 for $7.
Oh.
Because I love their Sicilian pistachio. Like,
so you and my husband must be related because he swear by pistachio ice cream.
Like, I love pistachio ice cream. Like, I literally.
So I might have to run through Target and get him some of their pistachio because he like murdered my Southern butter pecan from Talenti.
Ooh.
He was like, this shit mad creamy. Yeah, nigga, I know because the shit gone.
Right.
But yep. So shout out to my husband and my friends. I have some great friends, and Jeremy, Tay, Curtis, Kia, one of my longtime best friends, Shell. We've been friends for well over a decade and whatnot. And shout out to white people for leaving me alone this week.
Oh, praise Jesus!
Thank you.
Yes. So I think with that we are going to get up out of here. As always, be a greater hoe, not a hater hoe. Don't be weird on the internet. I hope you all had a good Valentine's Day if you celebrated it. Thank you for yes,
I hope
London.
y'all not pregnant. Don't make no more Scorpios, child.
Woo! When you do the clownery,
You get a Scorpio baby.
there you go. But yeah, shout out. I think, thank you for everybody that wished me a happy birthday. And shout out to everybody that's seen Black Panther. Again, don't be an asshole to people that haven't seen it. Shout out to, if you're gonna go see Black Panther, just have yourself a good weekend. Love yourself, love on somebody if you can, and if you can't, then just do what makes you feel happy. And with that, before Classic kick our ass, I think we're gonna get up out of here, and we will see you next week.